Sir, in Java we have a string like a string return and the string with the new keyword. So where we use a triple equal, so we can identify the type of data type and the string value. So where we use triple equals to, but in JavaScript, so all over in like a string, so we have to find it by the type of function. So how we identify like the string is triple, if we use triple equals to, then how we identify that its a data type is equal or not? Here is any option there, like in Java we have.
Yes. So here triple equals to means you're actually checking the type. The type of this and the type of this has to be same. If both are not same, it will not give a result as true. Because strictly type. Okay, it's called a strict type. But when you use this double equals to, it is not a strict. It means even if this is a number type, and if this is your string type, and if it matches, it will still give an output to you. To give an example, I'll show you an example for this. So let's say if I say, let A is equals to 1, 2, 3, and I'll say let B is equals to 1, 2, 3. Now, if I look at the type of this, okay, if I look at the type of this, if I say type of A, and if I say a type of B, what do you feel? What would be the output for this? Both would be number, or one would be number, one would be string? What do you feel?
Number and string. It take B as a string.
Correct.
Number
So
and
now if I say here, if A is equals to B, what do you feel? What output I should get?
Same.
Compare the values.
If it is A is equals to B, and else if
So we
I
are
say here,
assigning value if A is equal to B.
Compare the value.
yes, we're doing comparison. But if you know both the types are very different, but still what answer we'll get it? Because one is string, one is
True.
number.
True.
True, sir.
True.
True. You'll get true. Very good. So what answer I'm going to get it? True. But what if I use here triple equals to?
It's also
Instead
check
of-
the
Then
type
it
of
will
the-
be false.
False.
Correct.
False.
Answer be false. Because triple equals to is a strict type, where a type would also be checked. Whether it is your a string, if B is a string, this also has to be a string. Okay. If it matches the type, then only he'll go into this block and he'll execute true. In double equals to, it's not a strict type checking. But in triple equals to, it is strict type checking. And this is very important in a lot of the programmings. And though the suggested is, instead of using double equals to, you should try and use triple equals to in a lot of the programmings. So Divya, I hope I'm able to answer your question.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Can I test AI module with automation?
AIs, not all modules in AIs are tested automation. Okay, they cannot be tested using any automation tools, but yes, few functionalities which may not require, let's say, dynamic images. In most of the websites we see banners, right? Holi, you have a banner. In Amazon you will see, according to the festival, the banners will be there or the backgrounds will be there. Those are dynamic. It keeps changing according to the season. Those dynamic images you cannot automate using only Selenium WebDriver. There is one more tool called Sikule. Okay, I'll put it in the chat box. Sikule is the one which you can integrate with Selenium, and then you can do dynamic automations. So AI means you will have all dynamic almost. Yes, you can do it, but not with Selenium. You should have some other tools help. Okay, this is most important. You may have this question, around this question, you may have it in your interviews. Can you automate dynamic images? Not only with Selenium, but Sikule or some other, so many tools are there. Combining them, yes, you can do it.
So in Java, C and everything, you have to define what kind of data type this particular variable is before you assign some value or to it. Okay, or while assigning the value also, you will have to define the data type before the variable when it is first being used. Okay, but in Python, when you assign a value, it automatically takes that particular data type to whatever value is being assigned to. If A is assigned to 10, that because 10 is an integer, A becomes an integer, right? And here, if I write, B is equal to EduBridge in quotes, then it automatically, because it is a string, B becomes automatically a string. Now during runtime, that when I run this program, so if I make A is equal to B, then A automatically becomes a string. Whereas in these kind of languages, which are not dynamic, you can't make the variable A to be equal to B. This is wrong in these kind of languages. Whereas in Python, it is possible because it is dynamically typed language. So probably you can take some example and also explain the question. Okay.
So the very first command when you are working with the database is to check show databases. Okay.
Okay.
Where if you will select and run, it will show what are the databases are there. So in your system, by default there will be some, or there are some other like information schema is there, MySQL, performance schema, Scylla, Shuffle Data, SYS, University, and others are there, right? Coming to the next one, once you can see the databases, but as you want to create a new database, so like for your case, I'm creating a new database, create database school. Okay. So what is database? If you can see this icon, this is a database. So here I'm writing create database school. So what I'm doing, I will run this, and now if I will refresh this, you will able to see the school is created, correct? But it doesn't have any table. To work with any database, you have to use a command use school. Like you have seen when Kirti was saying it's not running. What she has done wrong, she has not written this command use school. She's directly executing. Whenever you have to work with any of the database, like if I want to work with school, I need to write use school. If I want to work with university, use university, or any like database name. That is the way to execute that.
So if we are creating 2-3 databases in between, if we want to make any changes, we have to use this command,
like
right?
to work inside that, like in system we open that file. To work inside this, you have to open that one. So to open that, you have to use command. Clear?
Okay, clear.
So now I am a conservative investor, conservative who does not want to lose or face that much of loss or uncertainty. Since the market is very volatile means very risky and very unpredictable, I don't want to face these market fluctuation, or I don't want to have a loss in my investment. So because I know that if I'm investing or if I'm making a wrong decision, I may lose up. I'll give an example. IPO, just to give you a brief about it. So IPO is basically initial public offer. So whenever a company, now if I want some funds, I have requirement, I will directly approach banks. Simple. I have NBFCs, I have banks who would be giving me loans. Company cannot always go for business loans. So for that reason, they come up whenever they are issuing first time their shares, they are offering their securities in the market for the first time. That is known as initial public offer. That is known as, and this is being done in the primary market. Always remember, primary market mein new launches are done. Once it is listed, market mein ek baar uska naam register ho gaya, when it is easily available for investors to buy and sell, then it comes in the secondary market. When it is easily available for everyone, then it is known as that it comes into secondary market.